Yo, what's up? This is Dre. So lately I've been testing out the Fuji X-H2, and I can honestly say it's one of the best hybrid cameras that I've ever shot with. If you're anything like me, you don't want one camera for photo and one for video. You kind of want one camera that can do it all. The Fuji X-H2 is a pretty amazing camera. It's packed with a 40 megapixel APS-C sensor and allows for 8K capabilities, which is pretty wild for the price range that this camera is in. I really don't feel like I'm lessening video quality for photo quality or vice versa. By changing the dials, I'm able to switch from photo to video in a matter of seconds, which is really helpful for whenever I'm out shooting photos on the street and I see a scene that translates better for video. Also, being out in the streets, it's really good to have a camera with a fast autofocus. The focus is really quick and the tracking was so smooth. I feel like I can shoot just about anything with this camera just off the autofocus system alone. Another great thing about this camera is just how discreet it can be. You can make the shutter sound really quiet, and pairing it with a 23mm or even a 35mm, you can have yourself a small setup that doesn't draw too much attention on the streets. For landscapes and portraits, this camera really does shine. At 40 megapixels, you've got some insane detail to work with for professional work. The Fuji X-H2 renders skin tones beautifully, and the dynamic range gives you plenty of room to work with in post. Honestly, one of the best things about this camera that I love has to be the film simulations. Let's be real, a lot of us fell in love with photography because of film. We admire the grain, the colors, the personality that film gives. And although digital has come a long way, most cameras don't give that film feeling. I do believe Fuji gets it. And I know what you're thinking. If you want that film look, then just get a film camera. Blech. And I get it. I primarily shoot film. I'd much rather shoot film over digital any day. And as somebody who loves the film look and still wants to keep that film aesthetic in their portfolio, I think it's really good to have a camera that gives you just that. The X-H2 comes loaded with Fuji's film simulations that are digitally engineered to emulate some of Fuji's most iconic film styles. You know how some presets feel like a gimmick? Well, these don't really feel like that. These looks are baked in, crafted to reflect the tones, contrast, and overall color science of the actual film. It really doesn't matter if you shoot photo and video, you get that film aesthetic straight out of camera. When it comes to video, the X-H2 really comes alive. This camera can shoot up to 8K at 30 frames per second, but me personally, I love to shoot 4K at 24 frames per second for that standard cinematic look. The footage that I get from the X-H2 is really crisp, and the colors are beautiful. And don't get me started on the image stabilization. With this camera, I'm able to walk around the city, shoot B-roll, vlog, even shoot handheld interviews without it making me feel like I'm holding a dad cam. It's smooth even when I'm just holding it by the grip. I can even take it to the park to film my friends skating and not need a gimbal at all. The X-H2 really is a dream for enthusiasts who love film, but also want the flexibility of a digital camera. Is the Fuji X-H2 the perfect hybrid camera? Me personally, I do think it's top tier. You get pro-level photo and video all in one package.
Geez, this sounds like a great camera. Where can I pick one up from?
Oh, it's funny that you ask. KEH has you covered. You see, all the gear is inspected, rated, and backed by their 180-day warranty, so you know you're getting something reliable. Whether you're looking to upgrade or get into hybrid shooting, I definitely recommend the Fuji X-H2 at KEH.com. Peace.